So passive fire protection is a material coating that we put on either structural steel or vessels to protect that equipment from a hydrocarbon fire, and it is a safety critical element that is absolutely necessary to protect our facilities and the people on our facilities.
Passive fire protection is incredibly important to us as it forms one of the primary barriers for keeping our people safe should a fire ever occur.
If passive fire protection has been badly applied, it means that we don't know how it would act in a fire, and therefore the safety of our personnel on the facilities could be undermined.
It can also lead to corrosion under the passive fire protection, which is a problem. If we need to repair it, it's very expensive, and we estimate it can cost anywhere between 10 to 100 times the original cost if we have to go back and repair.
In my experience of inspecting lots of PFP systems over the last 20 or 30 years, I've found many errors and many mistakes in the way things have been done.
The main reason we miss defects is because we don't have enough experienced inspectors to find them. And we find this to be especially true in more remote parts of the world where we're constructing many of our facilities these days.
The main motto is you get what you inspect. So if you have a very poor inspection, you will have a very poor product.
Some people have the misconception that passive fire protection is just like regular paint, even the paint you might apply in your own house. And that's far from the truth.
It's very important that the inspectors have a clear knowledge, a very specific knowledge of PFP, and not that they are just coating inspectors.
So it's applied like a coating, it's behaving like a composite. I have a lot of experience where something is looked into it as a coating and you end up with a numerous problem of delamination and cracks.
This obviously results in delays for the project as well as cost overruns, both to us and the end client.
It's become evident that the quality standards associated with PFP installation have become quite poor over the recent years, and therefore having qualified inspectors to inspect the installation becomes very much more important.
The PFP market over the last 10 years has become much more competitive, with more suppliers entering the market, which actually is a good thing. But it also means they're not always able to provide the inspectors we need at our facilities when the PFP is being applied.
There's a clear gap in the market in passive fire protection. So we're looking to raise the bar and support industry to set higher standards for people who are qualified to inspect and sign off work on passive fire protection systems.
It's really great to have people like PFPNet putting together a course that will improve the knowledge, and improving the knowledge for me is improving the safety.
The people that will benefit from this course in the first instance are those inspectors that are currently practicing PFP inspection on major projects.
We'd be looking for somebody who has a minimum level 1 paint inspector course, and we would like to have seen them work in the PFP industry for a minimum of 3 years. We've really tried to write the course in a way that people are going to be able to absorb it and enjoy it.
It also could be of interest to engineers or other parties who just want to understand passive fire protection and its installation.
The main purpose of the course is to properly qualify inspectors of hydrocarbon passive fire protection coatings used to resist hydrocarbon fires. It's not a fire engineering course, but we do start with an overview of the effects of fires on plant and structures, and hence the need for PFP. It's also not a PFP application course, yet it does look in detail at the application and quality control requirements of the most widely used hydrocarbon PFP materials. We take an in-depth look at the installation issues that influence how well PFP will withstand operational and environmental demands it can be exposed to over its life. We train inspectors how to spot these issues during the installation phase. It's a completely unique course in providing PFP inspectors details of everything they need to know and look out for during the application process.
At the end of the course, there's quite a detailed examination covering all of the course material that the participants have heard over the previous few days.
And then there will be a peer review, and I'm very excited by the panel of people that we've got to conduct the peer review. You know, they're people that in the industry we look up to.
The oil and gas industry is a global industry, and this course meets the needs of that industry across the world.
We acknowledge where the PFP application takes place, so we will be taking this course to those centres to enable the inspectors that are working on these projects to be trained accordingly. By completing the course, you will be an Institute of Corrosion Level 3 certified PFP inspector.
Successful candidates will be recognised as highly professional inspectors in this field. We already have an assurance from some of the owner-operators and the engineering houses that they will mandate this course. It has already started to be adopted as a requirement for global specification.
They will benefit from the understanding that they gain, and they will have a professional qualification recognised by the oil and gas industry.
This will be a completely new level of expertise, a gold standard within the industry. And we think that this will make it particularly attractive to people who are committed to this career path.